everyone, this is Cory from Coryographies, and I'm going to show you how to make mini teapot earrings like the ones that I sell on my website, which is coryographies.etsy.com. You don't need very many things to do this, but minimally you'll need 2 little earring studs, some Fimo, any colour you like. Preferably I'm using Fimo Classic because it's a lot harder than the other Fimos. Fimo Soft might be a bit too soft. Primo's good. Studio Scopy 3 I think is okay for this. It has quite a tough red. And then finally a varnish. I'm using the Fimo varnish, but if you don't have any varnish you can actually just use clear nail polish and that works just as well. Oh, and you also need some glue to put the baked Fimo onto the earring studs. Any glue that will give a really good hold is fine, and it'll work on metal, and super glue works quite well for that. Okay, so let's get started. You'll want to condition your clay so that you can mold it really well. Again, Fimo Classic is quite good for this because when you're making tiny things you don't want your fingerprints left in it and things like that, and it doesn't squish as easily. So now let's just let you look at the ones that I made again that we'll be trying to make. Doesn't really focus very well, but that's okay. They're on little earring backs like this. Okay, so you're going to want to take a very small amount of Fimo, about the size to make the base of one of the little teapots. It might be even less than that actually. About this much. Let's take one of the earring studs. I'm just going to make one of these. Obviously you'll make 2, but just so it's quicker to show you, I'll make 1. And you stick it on to the flat stud and sort of worry it around so that it's a nice little half dome on top, like that. Like a little mushroom. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you can smooth it out as you go. And there we go, so that's the first step. Next you want to take some more Fimo. It really doesn't take very much to do this if you don't have very much. Then you can make lots of earrings if you want. So roll it out, and what we want to do is make the spout. So imagine how thick you want your spout to be. And you can either cut it, I even use my fingernail sometimes, but I happen to have a knife. Cut about, I'd say, can you see very well? I'd say that far along. And if you want to get really fancy, it works better if the base is a little bit thicker than the spout. So stick that on, just sort of at the bottom there, and smooth it to the bottom of the base of the teapot. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect yet. I don't know if I can focus a little bit better for you guys. Does that help at all? Oh well, hopefully you can see very well. Curl the spout a little bit around the base of the teapot. And what you want to do is squeeze the top and then squeeze it again from the sides, and it makes a little spout shape like that. Like that, you can see. Now you can go back to the long roll you made and make it even thinner. About that thin should be good, and we're going to make the handle. So cut longer than the spout for the handle. I'm going to say about this much. That's my length for the handle. And you just have to curl it around into sort of, I guess, almost an ear shape, like that. And you pick up the little teapot on its back, and you can sort of stick it to the back. Sometimes it sticks to your fingers. but if you get it on first try, like I just did, that's a bonus. So put that on there. Look at it and see if you like it. And if that looks pretty good, we'll make the lid. So take, not very much, you don't want the lid to be too big. I find tinier lids look cuter. Make a little ball, just squish it, like that. And then just place it on the top of the teapot. Oops, I should watch what I'm doing on the camera. Like that. On the top. And then take the tiniest little bit of female. Oop, I dropped it. Tiny little bit. Actually, even that's too big. Maybe half that. And make a tiny little bubble on the top. There we go. So when you're making these, it's best to, if you're trying to make earrings and things that match, it's best to do each step as you go along on both of them. So make both the bases, then make both the spouts, etc. Because I find then they end up being the same, more of the same size at the end, more likely to be, and they match really well. So there's your little teapot. That was really fast and really easy, even though it looks tiny and complicated. It does take practice, so keep on trying. And you can do it in different sizes. It doesn't have to be fixed on an earring stud. I made this one just normally, and you could thread a necklace through here, make a necklace. This should be appearing in my shop soon. This is a new item. And you can also make them extremely tiny if you want. This wasn't on an earring back or anything either, and it's very, very small, if you can see that. These are the types of teapots that I put on my tea shop bookshelf necklace that are featured here, so the tinier the better in my eyes. Great, so have lots of fun making tiny little teapot earrings, and I hope to see them on your ears. If you did not like your teapots, you can always buy them from my shop on Coryographies.etsy.com, but I'm sure you did a good job. Okay, bye bye from Coryographies.